Hello everyone, welcome to the IAS Mentor World History series. In this video, we are going to understand the Eastern question. You can see this as part of chapter number 10, Eastern question. It's a very interesting topic because it has a direct connection with World War I. One of the causes for World War I is Eastern question. Even today also, international politics are happening over this issue. That's why very important and very interesting topic. Let us try to analyze. What is this issue? Eastern question refers to, here do you see this? The Eastern question refers to the politics related to the eastern part of Europe. Eastern part. And from whose perspective we are talking means this Western Europe. Western Europe. From the USA point of view, from the Western European point of view, many terminologies emerged in international relations. For these people, this area is Eastern Europe. This is Western Europe and Eastern Europe. Eastern question means the challenges related to this area. In simple terms, Eastern question refers to the challenges related to Eastern Europe, or even more specifically, Balkan area. Balkan Peninsula. This area is known as Balkan Peninsula, Balkan region. Coming to this. Now, what is the issue here? Issue go back to our beginning of world history. That is Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire. In world history, Ottoman Empire occupies a very significant role. Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire and Byzantine Empire, 1453. What is this monumental year? Ottomans captured Constantinople. This is known as fall of Constantinople. Constantinople. This incident known as fall of Constantinople. Earlier, all these areas were under Byzantine Empire. Byzantine Empire? Byzantine Empire was following religion Christianity. It is known as Eastern Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire. Getting connected? Eastern question. Eastern Roman Empire, also known as Byzantine Empire. Official religion was Christianity. Up to 1453, capital was Constantinople. Now, in 1453, Ottomans expanded and they captured Constantinople. Later, it even became the name Istanbul. Ottomans were Turks. They gradually expanded. They were expanding to different places, and even in India also, Delhi Sultanate was established by Turks. In this area, this region, they expanded, further expanded towards Eastern Europe. Again, see the term, Eastern Europe. Now, if someone is expanding, who is the other empire who are trying to protect this? This side, one empire is there that is known as Holy Roman Empire. Now, I hope everything is set. Earlier, ancient times, Roman Empire was there. Roman Empire divided into Western Roman Empire, Eastern Roman Empire. Western Roman Empire gradually turned into Holy Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire came to be known as Byzantine Empire. As time changes, these empires became weak and a new empire started established, that is Ottoman Empire. Ottoman dynasty, Turks, ethnicity-wise Turks, Ottomans, they established this empire. They have captured Byzantine Empire also, started expanding towards west side. So this western, eastern part now became very complicated one. If you allow Ottomans to expand further, now they will capture Western Europe also. They have to stop their march. And at one point of time, they reached Vienna also. Today, the capital of Austria, the core area of Austria, Vienna, Austrian Empire, Vienna, they were about to touch. That itself is in danger. Always, Eastern question is international issue. Another element from the examination point of view, international issue. That means what? Why it is international issue? Why it is not a local issue? With the fall of Constantinople to Ottomans, the entire European history itself changed. Not only European history, entire world history itself changed. Why? When Ottomans captured Constantinople, the people are not able to freely move towards east. These people were not able to go freely towards east. Because this religion also, Islam, a new dynasty which wanted to expand as much territories as possible, imperialistic ambitions. And if you want to go towards that, you have to pay more custom duties. So economically not profitable also. That forced them, the Western European people, to look towards the west side. That led to the age of discoveries. Vasco da Gama discovered sea route to India. Columbus discovered sea route to America. Amerigo Vespucci discovered land, main American land. That's how on his name it became America. The human history itself changed. Triggering point. You see this? Now, when so far we were discussing about what has happened after that. The core area, this eastern, this is the topic now. This eastern region, always international issue means this only. When Ottoman Empire is powerful, Western Roman Empire, Western people, Western European people were forced to go towards that side, and they started a completely new way of empires and a new history created. But Ottoman Empire is not going to be permanently powerful. At one point of time, it is going to crumble. Like Roman Empire crumbled, Eastern Roman Empire crumbled, Holy Roman Empire is going to crumble. Similarly, Ottoman Empire is also going to crumble. Now, when it got weakened, now Western Europeans got opportunity once again to control this area. Europeans got opportunity to control this area when this is declining. But now the power, one more power is emerging, which is competitor to Western European countries, that is Russia. That is Russia. So very unique game is about to take place now in this region. Now this region, Ottomans wanted to control, hold it, that is part of that empire. Now Western Roman Empire, when you are weak, it is an opportunity for them to control this. For Russia, Russia also wanted to control this region because Russia on the top side always colder area. If it wants to do trade 365 days, it need warm water because the water, the ports above it completely frozen during winter time period. And how can they do trade? If they have their access to Mediterranean, then they can directly access Mediterranean and do the world. Now you see, now the game is going on between Western European countries, Russia and Ottomans. To all the surprise, to Ottomans, to Russians, to Western Europeans, one more force is emerging. That has changed the humanity, that has changed the world history. That power is nationalism. And in front of nationalism, it doesn't matter whether European, Ottoman Empire, Russian Empire, Western, Holy Roman Empire, doesn't matter. Nationalism is going to rise. In front of nationalism, no empire can sustain. In India, British Empire crumbled in front of Indian nationalism. British Empire declined completely declined in front of American nationalism. That power, that force is emerging within Eastern. Now you see how much complication is emerging. Overall, this is known as simply various developments in Eastern region is known as Eastern question. Various developments, various challenges in Eastern region collectively known as Eastern question. Eastern question is always international. It's not only about the people who are locating there, but it is also about the interests of international powers like France, United Kingdom, Russia, and so on. Now, even more, I will try to make even more simplified. Who are these people? So far as a region, I have tried to explain you this region. But within this region, different type of people were there. They were following different type of religions. Now, to simplify it further, now I am trying to declutter it. Eastern question. This is Italy. This is Mediterranean. Now here, different set of people were there. Some people are called Greeks. Some people are called Greeks. If I show you the map, this one, you can see. If I broadly draw Greek, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, one person, one group, another group, another group, another group. Here, 100 years ago, there was called Bosnia, Herzegovina. Likewise, if I show you this, Bosnia, Herzegovina, map 1908. Identify this. Clear? Now you can see Ottoman Empire, Austria-Hungary, Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina. Now complicating the matter. One set of people, like in case of India, we have different set of people. Different people speak different languages, but collectively we know as Indians. Similarly, all of them know as Europeans, but within that multiple languages, multicultural, multiracial, multi-ethnic, multilingual, same. Greeks, they were under whom? They were under Ottomans. Ottomans captured Saudi Arabia also, Ottoman captured Egypt also. Here our attention is Eastern Europe region, Greek. Now you see the contradiction. Ottomans officially they follow Islam. Greeks follow Christianity. But Greek was under Ottoman. Religion wise, some differences. If rulers give religious freedom, no problem. But in ancient and medieval times, what is the condition? In medieval times, people are playing in the name of politics, in the name of religion. Islamic kingdoms imposed a separate tax on non-Islams. In case of India also, jizya for example. Likewise, now difference based on religion, politics based on religion. Now these people wanted to preserve this one and are feeling that as if their religion is not respected by the government. Friction is going to happen. This happened, it was going on in 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, 1700s. But in 1700s, something has changed. What is that? French Revolution in 1789. It has given the power to new idea, that is nationalism. That means common people. France region does not belong to any ruler. France region belong to the people. French speaking people, French culture people, French ethnicity people. That means now who is the owner of France land? Everyone who is a French. Same idea. Now Greeks, this inspired Greek people also. Now they started questioning, we don't want this monarch. If French people could overthrow French monarch belong to France only. If they could overthrow and execute their own king, now Greeks were under foreign king, other religion. Now we have our own past. We also needed a separate nation. If French people were ready to sacrifice for their motherland, why are we not? And let us fight. Greeks fought against Ottomans. They gained independence in 1820s. They have taken the inspiration from the past. Before the rise of Ottomans, before the rise of Roman Empire, before the rise of Russian Empire, before rise of anyone, it is we Greeks who have shown what an empire means. Who is the inspiration for the Greeks? His ancestor, Greek ancestor, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. Our old history also in introduction class itself, we have started our European history and world history with this. And when Greeks have shown the path of building empires, but today in 1800s we are under another empire. Why don't we create our own nation? They have created that nation. Remember this, even today also politics are happening between Greeks and Ottomans. Now they are not called Ottomans, they are called Turkey. Recently they have even renamed into Turkey because of this past only. So now international relations, current affairs are also going on. Conflict is going on between Greeks and Turkey. That means Turkey versus Greeks, because there is a land between them. There are so many islands. You can see these islands. These islands, Turkey is also claiming, Greek are also claiming. Greek got independence from Ottoman Empire in 1820s. Now this has triggered, like French Revolution triggered these people. Now naturally Greek is going to trigger the same kind of nationalist movement in other places. Serbia, another country. Now they also, now you can see Serbia, they also wanted independence. They fought and they gained independence from Ottoman Empire. But Ottoman Empire is trying to control all these regions. No empire want to get declined. But the government has to fight with the people. They are called revolutionaries or rebels from the government point of view. Independent they got. Now it inspired Serbians also now. They also started fighting. They also started fighting. They also started fighting. Everyone started fighting against Ottoman Empire. Now, if everyone, every nationalite, they are called different nations. Now you see how the challenges are emerging. Now it is not one problem. Multiple people wanted independence. Now continuous conflicts were going on. Continuous conflicts. Revolts. Whenever these people revolt, will government will become silent? No. Istanbul is going to crush them. If anybody wants independence from the empire is going to crush them. During independence freedom struggle, why our so many freedom fighters were jailed? Because it go against the empire. Indians wanted independence, emperor wanted to hold the empire. They have sent it to Kalapani. Kalapani is one of the most inhuman way of treating Indian freedom fighters. They were sent there. Why? Emperor wanted to preserve that. Now same goes to Turkish Empire also. Same goes to Ottoman Empire also. Ottoman Emperor ruthlessly crushing them. Some people want independence and some emperor wanted to crush it. Continuous bloodshed. Bloodshed. But always remember, in front of nationalism, even mighty British Empire, what it had to do? It had crumbled and it had to kneel down in front of Indian nationalism. Same goes to Ottoman Empire also. There is a question in GS. Nationalism led to the decline of empires. Direct question few years ago in UPSC GS1 it was asked. You can give this example, Indian example, American example, multiple examples you can give. Always nationalism will become successful. Now, it is very clear one day this empire is going to crumble. One day this empire is going to vanish. Very clear. Now, once it is clear, now who will take over this one? Different nations are there. If one empire has gone, what is the guarantee that these people will remain independent? Maybe some other empire will come and take over them. Some other empire, the neighboring empire will come and take over them. Now, this is the issue. This is what Eastern question. Exactly this is the Eastern question. If this empire crumble, who is going to rule this area? Nationalists wanted to, they don't want India. Does India want anyone come and rule again India? No. We want independence, sovereignty. Greek, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, and other people wanted sovereignty. They don't want any other empire coming and interfering in them, controlling them. But reality is not like that. India, there are so many calculations. USA has interest in Indian subcontinent. China is having interest in subcontinent. Europeans have interest in Indian subcontinent. Politics are happening today. India don't want any interference, but they want to take advantage of the politics within Indian subcontinent. That's why Pakistan-India relation, Pakistan-India-Bangladesh issue, India-Maldives issue. Why these many issues are happening in international relations? Even though we don't want any interference, but other powerful people don't want. Powerful people want to interfere. That is the nature, that is the politics, that is the real politics. When you want, your people want, these people wanted separate independence. But this empire wanted to control them. Now, if this empire weakens, now there will be other empire. That empire, that danger is coming from this area. That is Russian Empire. Because here like Ottoman Emperor, here Russian Emperor also wanted to control this area. Russian Emperor has his own ambitions. Everyone have their own ambitions. Russian Emperor wanted to give Russians 24/7, that is 365 days warm water port. This is called warm water port. If that is not the calculation, Ukraine, for example, as we are speaking, Ukraine and Russia war is going on. Why? Ukraine is a sovereign country, independent country. Ukraine wanted to preserve its autonomy. Then why Russia is invading Ukraine? And why Russia and Ukraine war is going on? Even though you want independence, but neighboring powerful country don't want. Neighbor powerful country may not accept your sovereignty. It has its own interests. Their own. And according to Russian Emperor, that is their survival. We have to survive. And only war is the solution. And in those times, war is very common. Whoever powerful, they used to attack, they used to invade the other areas. Today, because of this kind of history only, lot of bloodshed humanity has seen. Now you see how gradually we are moving towards a war which has never seen in human history. This Eastern question led to one of the direct reason, immediate cause for the World War I is this issue only. Now you see multiple calculations, we are moving towards a catastrophe which humanity has never seen. That came to be known as First World War, First Total War. The destruction enormous that humanity has never seen. All these politics are moving towards that only now. We are in now 1800s. World War I happened in 1914. You can see how many calculations. This is, they consider it is their survival and they wanted to expand. They wanted to preserve. Now, entire European history, human history has changed with the fall of Constantinople to Ottomans. Now that empire is now crumbling. They wanted to take. Like Russian Empire, this side, there is one empire, that is Austria-Hungary Empire. Austria-Hungary Empire. Now Austria-Hungary Empire wanted to capture this one. Russians wanted to capture. Ottomans wanted to control it. And Austrian-Hungary wanted to control it. But the people within this area, they don't want any empire, they want their own independent countries. All these calculations led to involvement of so many powers. Now, when this calculation is going on, France involved in this matter, United Kingdom involved in this matter, Germany involved in this matter. What is the role here? United Kingdom, France and Germany, they are far away. That's why Eastern question is always international issue. Means if Ottomans control, one kind of relationship will be there, United Kingdom and France. Why? They are having colonies, French colonies, United Kingdom, English colonies. When Ottomans captured Constantinople, their fate has changed. Now, if not Ottoman, if somebody Russians control this area, now what is going to happen to their colonies? That's why they are forced to involve. You can see France, Germany, United Kingdom, everyone cannot ignore this area. Now, this issue is international. If something happens, everyone become alert. Could you see this? Now, in the diagram, Serbians, this side, Russian Empire. So, Eastern question means that political developments that are taking place in the Balkan region. Balkan region or Eastern European region. Russian Empire wanted because it wanted a warm water port. And this side, Austria Hungary Empire. Austria-Hungary Empire, Russian Empire, Ottoman Empire. Now, this Ottoman Empire, already we have drawn like this, Ottoman Empire. Ottomans became weak because of nationalism spirit, weak military, technologically less advanced in comparison with them. It became sick man of Europe. It became, Ottoman Empire became sick man of Europe. When you are sick, when opponent is sick, this is the best time for Russia to kill it, to kill him and capture the territories. This is where. Serbia, ethnicity wise, they were called Slavs. Russians were also ethnicity wise Slavs. That means if this is a separate country, if it is a separate country, relationship between them is going to be common. And Russia has a further interests. If it helps Serbia, now through Serbia, it can gradually get access to Mediterranean. That is why Serbia and the Russian Empire have close ties. Greeks. When it comes to Austria-Hungary, it is a multi-ethnic. Now, like Ottomans, Austria-Hungary is also like that. It contains German people. Germany people are asking separate independence. It contains Italian people. Italian people wanted separate independence. Likewise, this Austria-Hungary people are also having Slavs. Serbia representing Slavs, Russia representing Slavs, but some Slavs are there in Austria-Hungary Empire. Now, like Greeks have become independent, Slavs under the leadership of Serbia. Now, Serbia wanted, they already got independence from Ottomans. Now, they are not satisfied because still some Slavs are there under Austria-Hungary. Still some Slavs are there under Ottoman Empire. Now, Serbia is going to take the leadership to unify all the Slavs wherever they are. Some are under Serbia, some are under Ottoman, some are under Austria-Hungary. Now, Serbia had to fight with Ottomans also. It had to fight with Austria-Hungary also. But single Serbia cannot handle this. Very small country, resources are limited. It takes the help of Russia because it has ethnicity-wise close ties, similarity. And on top of it, Russia itself has some interest in Balkan so that it can get access. No, both ambitions matched, interest matched. Serbian interest, they need some powerful empire backing. Russian interest, if it influence here, now it can gradually move towards a warm water port. Interest matched. Serbia, Russia. Now you see the multiple calculations. The moment Russia influence this, and if it completely destroy Ottomans, the area, it will fall into Russian Empire. Now the moment Russia comes here, all these regions will fall under Russia. Traditionally, Russians and British people were rivalries in case of India, because there they are fighting great game. Great game. In India, here you can see this great game. This is British Empire in 1800s. These developments are taking place in 1800s. This is Russia. Russia is expanding very powerfully. Now it is expanding toward this side, this side, this side. Here British Empire is there. Now British feeling threatened of the Russian expansion. That's why British had to involve in Afghanistan. Afghanistan wars also happened. It wanted to create a buffer state between Russian Empire and British Empire. Now they are already having some trouble here. Now if Russia control this area also, if it comes under Russia, now what is going to happen to this? Russia will stop United Kingdom there only, France there only, but United Kingdom is having colony here, France is having colony in Vietnam, Dutch people having the colony in Indonesia. Now once again same problem like Ottomans, fall of Constantinople to Ottomans, it has changed the problem, it created problem for Western Europe. Now if Russia controls, now once again a new problem is going to come. That's why France and United Kingdom don't want Russians to enter into this. Both will go and support Ottoman Empire. Now come to this. Ottoman Empire, both France will go and support Ottoman Empire, and United Kingdom also go and support Ottoman Empire. Now you see blocks. Ottomans, France, United Kingdom, one block. Russians, Serbia, one block. Russia wanted to come to this area. France and United Kingdom wanted to stop the Russian movement. They will go and support. Multiple contradictions. France, it wanted nationalism. United Kingdom, they support nationalism. Now if nationalism is supported, now what is the relationship between United Kingdom, France and Serbia and Greek? They should support. Now France and UK don't want Russian influence. They support. If they support Ottomans, that means you are not supporting the nationalist cause. Now you see the multiple contradictions. But these nationalists wanted independence. This issue created multiple complex relationship. Austria, Hungary is having some problem, Slavs. One day, France, United Kingdom, Germany, Austria, Western powers, they joined hands in Berlin Conference. In Berlin Conference in 1884. Can you see this? Berlin Conference, 1878. This multiple times Berlin Conference used to happen. This is one conference which is directly related to Eastern question. Now you see this. In this Berlin Conference, they decided that Russia should not come under this, but we will not disintegrate Ottoman Empire. At the same time, we should not neglect the nationalist aspirations also. So they are trying to, because at this time in 1878, France, United Kingdom very powerful, Ottomans weak, Russia is considerably strong only, but not as powerful as France and United Kingdom. That's why their will is going to happen. They decided that we should not undermine the nationalist aspirations. At the same time, we should not disintegrate Ottoman Empire also. Otherwise, what happens? If we disintegrate this Ottoman Empire, then these small countries cannot stop Russian movement. Now it becomes one more trouble. That's why let us keep Ottoman Empire intact. But we will encourage the Serbs, Greeks, Bosnia, Herzegovina have Greek anyway complete independence. They declared Serbia also complete independence. But Bosnia, Herzegovina, Montenegro, these are some of the areas they declared that let us give some independence, autonomy to some of these people. So likewise, they have created this, you can see here. We are about to close this. Serbia got independence. Greek long ago became independent. Now in 1878, Bosnia-Herzegovina, semi-autonomous. Semi-autonomous means what? They should not declare independence from Ottoman Empire. They should stay in Ottoman Empire, but Ottoman Emperor should give them autonomy. One way of satisfying the aspirations of nationalism. Bulgaria. Now, if you give semi-autonomy, now what is the next goal? Next goal is to gain complete independence. Now, Bulgaria, Bosnia-Herzegovina wanted full independence. When Serbia could become complete independent and Greek becomes complete independent, why not these people also? On the other hand, Serbia is not happy. Whatever number of slaves under Serbia, very few people. Still many Slavs are there under Bosnia-Herzegovina, Austria-Hungary. I want greater Serbia. I want greater Serbia. You see this ambition, clash of ambitions. Clash of ambitions. It's called Eastern Question. How to handle these ambitions? Multiple people have multiple ambitions. Who is going to handle that? And how they are going to clash? If you support one person, it will create anger among others. If you support the other person, it creates anger among the others. So that clash of ambitions is creating so confused situation. Finally, it is leading to World War I. Greater Serbia, Serbians want. And when it comes to Greece, whatever they got independent, it is not happy. They want to expand. Still, some regions are there, it want to expand further. Serbia wanted greater Serbia. Greek wanted more. Bulgaria wanted full independence. Bosnia-Herzegovina wanted full independence. Now, when these kind of problems are happening, one day, now Bosnia-Herzegovina, even though semi-autonomous, it should be under Ottoman, but it was given Austria-Hungary control. Till the time Bosnia-Herzegovina become independent, it was given control of Austria-Herzegovina. Now, Austria-Hungary controlled this. They are not happy. Serbia was not happy. Russia is not happy. From where this came? It should be either between Bosnia and Ottomans or Serbians. But from where this comes means France and United Kingdom feel if you give control to Austria-Hungary, now they have relationship with them. Western European control will be there in this so that they will not allow Russians to come there. Now Russia is not happy. Serbia is not happy. Now what is going to happen here? This is triggering World War I. With this we will end this topic. In this manner, this confused situation is created. Now I am simplifying a very simplified manner. It became like this. Slavs were there. Slavs were there. Slavs were there. And they are called Russian Empire. They are called Serbia, but they are under Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary. After 1878, they were taking the support of Russians and creating some disturbances in Austria-Hungary. Why? Austria-Hungary is involving in the control of this. Now, they wanted separate independence. In 1908, Austria-Hungary decided that let us not have semi-autonomous relationship, let us completely annexed. This is known as Bosnia crisis. Earlier, it was just given responsibility to maintain this area, but it should be under Ottomans. Multiple complex relationship. That is how British and French people have created like that only. British have created similar situation in India, Pakistan, and now today also we are facing the issue. British always create this kind of situation. Slavs should be under Ottoman theory, but practically under Austria and Hungary. Now in 1908, meanwhile between 1878 to 1908, Slavs were trying to capture this area and mix with them. Austria-Hungary decided that if these people go away from Austria-Hungary, now other people also will ask independence. Let me go on directly annex. Now no more Ottoman, no more Slavs, and this area became part of Austria-Hungary. This one. Now the moment it became, now Ottomans became further weakened. It emboldened Slavs, Serbia, Greeks, Bulgaria. They revolted. They wanted to capture some of the territories of Ottoman and they declared war. That is known as Balkan Wars. Balkan Wars. 1913. You can see this. Balkan Wars. (1912) and 1913. So 1912 and 1913, Balkan Wars. These Balkan regions, now it is the time, let us destroy Ottoman, let us declare independence. Now when this happened, here the Slavs, one of the Slav, he wanted independence from Austria-Hungary. They were expecting complete independence. Now earlier Ottoman Empire was there. Now new empire came. Now when we will become independent? Already Serbia became independent. Our fellow brother Russia is also supporting us. Now it is the best time to counter Austria-Hungary control. Slav, they wanted independence. One of the Slavs leader, when Austria-Hungary prince, his name is Archduke Ferdinand. He was about to become the king. He is a crown prince, you can say. In 1914, he visited, from Austria, he visited to Bosnia-Herzegovina, Sarajevo. When he visited, one of the Slav nationalists who wanted complete independence, he assassinated Archduke Ferdinand and his wife. And the moment that happened, now it is what? A person who is about to become next king was assassinated. It's a very big issue for Austria-Hungary. Very serious issue, very prestigious issue. Now, it completely crushed these people, entered into that. But they are able to attack such kind of high-profile assassination with the support of Serbians. Otherwise, they could not do that. That's why they declared war on this also. Serbia, the moment they declared war, now entire equation is changing. Russia is afraid. Russia is afraid why? Earlier Ottoman Empire was there. I was not able to go here. Now Austria-Hungary will come and capture all of them. At least earlier Serbia is there. Serbia means Slavs. I was at least involving in this region. Now if Austria-Hungary completely control, I will not have even that leverage also. Immediately Austria-Hungary may be supported by Germany and France. That's why Germany, and immediately all these areas will enter into the hands of Austria-Hungary. Now Russia cannot have any kind of access. It is afraid. Now Russia mobilized in support of this. When Russia supported, Austria-Hungary supported by Germany, Germany declared war on Russia. Now many people declared war on each other. It led to World War I. You see how tinderbox. It opened Pandora box. Now the moment it triggered, it is the one assassination. All these calculations now, calculations between Russia and other places, Germany, Austria, France, United Kingdom, Ottomans, Russians, everyone now jumped into the war. That resulted in World War I. You can see how the triggering point. The Eastern question is such a sensitive zone where calculations, aspirations were very complex, and clash of these aspirations and calculations led to World War I. The immediate triggering point for World War I is this assassination only. The story behind this assassination is this one. That issue is known as Eastern question. I hope you are very clear. Eastern question refers to this region. If we consider even more clear format, this is what exactly Eastern question. Who is going to rule this area? Who is going to control this area? How to handle the aspirations between Ottoman Empire, Russian Empire and Western European Empire? That is known as Eastern question. That calculation led to World War I. All right. With this, we will end this. Next video, you are going to see World War I causes. This is one of the main causes, but there are so many other causes also that we will discuss in the next video. With this, we have ended this topic, Eastern question. Next, we will see World War I. All right. I hope you understood well. Thank you. Thank you very much.